All aboard! Hello and welcome to this edition of Kodak Corner, where we'll be taking a look at my micro layout Kodak Corner, which was built for photography purposes. And as it says here, if you will subscribe, I get loads watching and very little subscribing, as on every channel I suppose. But it helps the channel if you subscribe. And anyway, onwards. And what it is, it's a micro layout I built for photography purposes. And here we go. The first part is building up the baseboard and the back seats out of the wood and stuff, and wood glue is seen here, and screws, etc. Basic, just a bit of woodwork. And also there's some of the foliage and stuff, and a tunnel entrance. I just bought random things really to make something up that I could photograph on. And here's the basic. It's only a very small corner layout, hence the name Kodak Corner. I may well strip it to fit into another layout. Who knows, but I think that's where it's heading. Getting stripped to fit into another layout. Yeah, it shoots full, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, here's the backboards, and what I've done here, I've painted them over with artist gesso, and it's basically a white undercoat ready for painting onto that artists use. I had all the stuff anyway because I'm an artist as well, so I had all the stuff around. And I actually painted the background with oil paints. And mostly I've got Winsor and Newton here, but you can use any type of oil paint really. Even cheapo pound stuff, store stuff will do a decent job. Even as an artist I use pound store stuff sometimes. And here we are, what I've done, I've started. You blend it all in with titanium white as well, but I've started from the top with ultramarine, and you fade it out as you come down into the white. And in the middle ground I've added some viridian green to give the sky a bit of zing. And here we go. First one I photographed on it is a SDP 45, I think it is. And it's gonna be a Burlington Northern. When I can find the decals, it's gonna be one of my featured trains on my videos. And here's one I did earlier. It was a badly painted Canadian Pacific, and I stripped it off and changed it into a Union Pacific. Did a little bit of weathering and detailing and stuff. But yeah, it looks nice now. It's a Bachman one. Ironically, it was Union Pacific before they changed it into the Canadian Pacific one. Anyway, once the bridge tunnel is up, I did some photography on it with the DMU, and it's looking decent there. getting some elements on where it looks less like a toy and more of a layout. And got the ballasting down and etc. Anyway, here's one of the first ones I went truly artistic with and used it for the photography and artist point, i.e. in Photoshop. At this point it looks like a static model. You can see the coupling and all the bits that make you think it's a model. And really I'm heading for a not particularly realistic, you'll always tell they're a model to some degree. Like here we are with all the Photoshop going up. I've done quite a lot of jiggery pokery to add smoke, steam and movement to the wheels and motion, and remove the coupling. Done trees in the background, lower down, and just looks generally better for a bit of artistic fiddling, shall we say. And obviously made the tunnel dark rather than seeing the background. And yeah, I was quite happy with that photo. And here we've got a chassis system, U30 or U28, whatever it is. And I've painted in some land and trees behind it. As you can see, the away to distance when painting in fields and stuff is to do your darker grasses at the front and fade away to pale yellowy at the rear, and it gives distance into it. Pale yellow, it makes it more like a sunny day. If you go for pastel colours, it'll make it more like other days. And here we've got a little austerity in front of the shed building, and the shed they're all undercoated white, so we can paint them in later, but it's looking good, setting the scene a bit more. And look, setting the idea here, it is at a different angle in the shed, just coming out of the shed doors, and also put a water tank in as well. But as you can see, the painting adds a bit more on the backdrop, and the world's your limit if you paint your own backdrops. You can paint anywhere in the world how you want it, and you can paint it spot on to what you want rather than relying on photographs that might not necessarily match or etc. Anyway, here's the ground, the plastic plastic cobblestones being melded into other ground. Still needs a little bit of work there, you can still see the line, but it's better than it was. In fact, I'm not sure whether the line would be a big crime either, but I think I'd brushed some of the colour there as well. There's before it was done again, showing the 08 shunter and the austerity again in the shed, and lit differently to give a night scene effect. And yeah, looks quite good, quite happy. Quite happy with how it was, but I'm thinking of taking it down and using it to form another part of a new layout. Time will tell. Here it is with all the buildings painted, demoing a new purchase at the time when Army brought out the all-4 diesel Sentinels. And I wanted one. I couldn't make up my mind which one. So I bought all 3 of them. And they're all beautiful models. The one in the middle, the green one, was factory weathered. Looks really good. Anyway, hope that gives a bit of inspiration or tells a tale or whatever. And we had another effect done in black and white. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed, and hope it inspires and gives folk ideas for not only photographing models but making layouts and stuff, etc. I will be doing a layout in the future, so I'll be showing basically how I do it and filming how I do stuff. So anyway, take care out there, and as we say in Lancashire, tatty pie everyone, tatty pie.